Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to Auntie Derek's Daytime Tea, where we discuss the latest celebrity tea in the news. I'm your host, Auntie Derek, and today is Wednesday, August 20th. With me on the mic, I have two fabulous and some of my favorite co hosts, I Chill, and of course, my favorite Taurus. Hey, y'all.
Hello.
Why you all at my grill?
You know what? And speaking of, because yesterday I promised y'all that after the show I would email Dr. Daniel Bober, but once he got that email, he probably said the same thing that my favorite tourist just said. Why is this unknown bitch with this unknown podcast all in my grill? So just like TMZ, I can say honestly, I've reached out to Dr. Bober. So far, no word back.
No word back. I'm
But
so
if
surprised. I'm shocked about that. I thought you would get a response.
not on what he probably said, "Oh, delete, put that shit straight in the trash, honey." Probably just even read the subject of the email. Was like, nah, "Girl, bye." But Dr. Boba, if you want to release a statement, honey, please do so. Respond to my email. But with that, I think we have some great tea for us to go over today. So let's go ahead and jump right in.
Tea time.
Yes. Now I always like to start off with some Diddy or Diddy adjacent news. So this first story is actually not going to be a surprise to anybody. But Ghostface Killer from the iconic Wu-Tang Clan. So he's saying that Diddy is a hater who pretty much tried to stop their bag. So y'all should see I have this hot new hip hop article. Let me make sure it's showing up. Give me 1 second. Let me see. We want to make sure y'all can see it, honey. Let's try this again. Okay. So y'all should see here where it says Diddy confessed to blocking Wu-Tang Clan from the radio, claims Ghostface Killer. In a new interview on the Bootleg Kev podcast, Ghostface Killer alleged that Diddy was partially responsible for getting Wu Tang Clan banned from the radio. During the conversation, Ghostface recalled touring with Rage Against the Machine in 1997, which the Wu left early. He also discussed the group being banned from getting played on Hot 97 after Ghost led a Fuck Hot 97 chant at Summer Jam that year. When we left and did the Hot 97 shit was a disaster, he told Bootleg Kev. They cut our records off that day. They didn't want to play no Wu shit no more. That's when Puffy was really getting on his shit. Know what I mean? It just wasn't the same no more. I cursed them niggas out. Ghostface Killer also said that he found out fairly recently that the chant at Summer Jam was not the only reason why Wu Tang didn't get any more radio play. He learned from RZA that Diddy reportedly played a role in their blacklisting. RZA told me this like maybe a year ago and said like, "Yo, Puff admitted to saying that he stopped our records up there. So it was all Bad Boy," he revealed. We dropped Triumph, no radio play with that shit. So it came out that he told the truth, like, yo, I had to do it. He had the power. I know what he paid him, but he had the power. Listen, we was a threat. We was coming. If Triumph would have been promoted like it was supposed to be, and we would have stayed on that radio right there, I think things to right now probably would have been a little bit more different. He's probably right. So, Bad Boy and Wu Tang had a tense relationship in the late 1990s, but it never escalated to a point where diss tracks flew in either direction. The Notorious B.I.G. and Method Man collaborated on The What, a standout from Ready to Die, which was the only time the legendary rapper traded bars with a member of the group on wax. That was also in 1994, a few years before Diddy allegedly contributed to their banning. On August 22nd, Ghostface Killer will finally be dropping Supreme Clientele 2, a sequel 25 years in the making. The project comes as part of Nas's Legend Has It series on Mass Appeal Records. The LP is shaping up to be a mirror return to form for the iconic MC. Ghost has not delivered a full track list yet. However, appearances from his Wu Tang brothers and Nas himself feel like very safe bets. So this is the kind of shit I love. I love when the legends come out and they start talking about their experiences and spilling tea and shit. I love it. So shock- we have a comment. Shock, gas, faints. Oh my God, child, please. This is not surprising by any means. We all know Diddy was much. You said anything. You even said Diddy. I don't like the way his cologne smell, honey. Oh, your ass ain't getting no radio play, please. That man, you see how he was able to get Wendy Williams fired so quickly from New York radio, and her ass had to go all the way down to Philly to get work. So I'm not surprised, but I'm glad he's coming out to say it. And if we know anybody from if anybody from Wu Tang said if it wasn't gonna be ODB when he was alive, it would have definitely been Ghostface Killer. So shout out to that icon. Does anybody want to add anything about this icon or Diddy being a hater before we go to the next story? All right, well, our next story, let me get that for y'all here. So Drewski, y'all remember that Drewski story? How Drewski was being sued for allegedly using this girl's body as a slip and slide after drowning her in so much baby oil, and he used her body as a slip and slide on one of Diddy's boats or whatever. But it turns out Drewski wasn't even famous and didn't even have a whole dollar in his checking account. So it turned out to not be true.
Why do people find him funny?
He has his moments. I ain't gonna lie. He has his moments. I've laughed at a few things that he's done.
You
So,
have? Okay.
I have. But y'all should see I have this all hip hop article, and you see where it's an exclusive. You says Juicy gets win in Diddy baby oil lawsuit as judge threatens lawyers. So Drewski scored a legal win in a high-profile sexual assault lawsuit tied to Diddy after a federal judge warned the plaintiff's attorneys they could be penalized for continuing to pursue claims against the comedian despite overwhelming proof he was not there. The lawsuit, filed by Ashley Parham, accuses Diddy and several others of a violent gang rape at a 2018 party in Orinda, California. Parham alleges Drewski covered her in baby oil or lubricant and used her body like a slip and slide during the attack. Y'all, I'm sorry. I swear I'm not. That just tickles me every time. I'm so sorry. But she also claims Diddy recorded the assault and threatened her afterwards. Drewski, who was not a part of the entertainment industry at the time, has denied any involvement. On Tuesday, August 19th, U.S. District Judge Rita F. Lynn ruled that while lawyers had some basis to name Drewski in the amended complaint filed in March of 2025, their refusal to drop him after clear cut evidence emerged could lead to sanctions. His legal team submitted phone and bank records showing he was in Georgia on March 23rd of 2018, the night of the alleged assault. His debit card was used in the Atlanta area, and all phone activity originated from Georgia that day. Despite the documentation, Parham's attorneys told the court in July they had no desire to dismiss Drewski from the case. Stupid. Judge Lynn said that stance appears to lack any reasonable basis in light of the evidence and ordered the lawyers to explain why they shouldn't face sanctions. The court gave the legal team until September 9th to justify their actions or voluntarily remove Drewski from the lawsuit. Failing to do so could result in dismissal of the claims against him and a possible order to pay his legal fees. Drewski previously called the accusations fabricated lies and said, I have never met any of the individuals involved. I was not in California at the time of the alleged incident. The original complaint also named Odell Beckham Jr., who also denied any involvement. Palm's legal representation is led by attorney Ariel Mitchell, who is also facing separate legal trouble. Diddy has filed a $100 million defamation lawsuit against Mitchell and Newsmax, accusing them of spreading false and malicious claims to damage his reputation, which we talked about, which was, I think, Monday, maybe, or maybe even last week. But yeah, the court pretty much said, stop playing with me. Either take Drewski off that shit or face sanctions.
Okay, I already got to jump in
Ooh,
before my life before it jumps off. But see, with people like this, they're the problem. Why would you do that? Why are you trying to get rich off of somebody? Why are you doing that? Now, that makes it 10 times harder for somebody with legitimate claims to come out or be taken seriously because you people out here lying, trying to come up on somebody else and got busted because he wasn't even famous there or even doing anything. taken off in his career. So now you look stupid.
Right? They done told you he wasn't there. Told you. And you keep coming after him. Odell Beckham looked like Carlos King. For a minute, I thought that was Carlos with a beard.
Oh, oh wow. Yeah. I don't know. I think Carlos might be like slightly more attractive. I don't know. That's just me.
Okay, Odell did have his heyday, though. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, but in that moment at that time, he was like,
I just look at him and just see Drake's side piece, and I just allegedly, and it
well,
just
once it became that, then yes, you're right. You're very right. But before he became the side piece, he was straight.
hmm Go ahead, favorite Taurus.
Hi, everyone. Just a gentle reminder to the Auntie Derek Day Type T listeners. Auntie has not had an eye exam in 4 years, so his judgment is slightly skewed. Thank you very much. And on to the regular scheduled programming. Thank you.
Child, and the gag is we need to update that. We have a legal note. It's actually been 5 years. We hit the 5 year mark in June, so I need to stop playing to go to the eye doctor.
Oh, my word.
And we have some comments. He does not have his moments. Oof. Well, I'm not going because it was a couple of videos I laughed at, and I'm gonna need for you not to laugh. I know that's why I had to apologize, y'all, because it sounded inappropriate, and I'm not laughing at that situation by all means. What I was laughing at was the fact that had this evidence not come out, that would have been believable. Like I would have certainly believed that Drewski drenched that girl in baby oil and used her body as a slip and slide. So. Oh, and he finds Drewski attractive. So do what you will. Girl, don't be telling my business in this chat. That they have nothing to do with nothing. Go ahead, favorite Taurus.
And so, two things, right? Drewski, of all people, that sounds very fucking random. And also, when she made these claims, she said nothing about going to seek medical attention for like broken ribs or anything of the sort. Because there is a clear, sizable difference between those two individuals, which could have potentially caused more harm than just being used as a quote unquote slip and slide.
hmm And I think the only thing that she said, if I remember correct, I'm gonna have to go back and read it. But I think she said the only thing that she felt was like the breath being knocked out of her or something like that. Other than that, she didn't. I don't remember anything about any like broken bones or like anything being damaged or. But I need to go back and reread it though.
Didn't she have
Collapsed lungs, crushed pelvis, something like it is not a believable story at all.
but it may have happened to her. Um, I don't think it was Drewski. I mean, everybody has a doppelganger. She may have thought, looking back on it, that he looked like Drewski, but I'm not saying that didn't happen, but apparently it was not Drewski. It may have been someone who looked like it could have been him. So,
Oh, it may have been Kyle. Y'all remember Kyle? Well, I don't think Will remember because he wasn't on Twitter like back when Kyle was popular. But yep, my gorgeous moon remember him because he did. That was the Drewski before Drewski, and he did look like. Not saying that Kyle did this. I'm just saying he looks like Drewski. So,
yeah, could have been someone who looked like him um, and jumped on. I mean, it's relative. Like, did he really take a flying leap or he just, kind of pounced on her? He probably would have injured her in the ways you all are saying if he had really, really jumped on her, being a big person like that. I'm sure either way it wasn't comfortable, but yeah, maybe just been someone that looked like him, and she's insisting that it is him, even though they told her he wasn't there. So maybe, maybe it was someone else that looks like him.
maybe because we haven't like that when we hear because we read about Ariel Mitchell's name a few times and her being involved in like in a bunch of lawsuits, but what we didn't her name is not like spoken as they speak about Tony Busby. Like we don't know of her. I could be wrong. I just didn't read anything about it, but we don't. She's not known as a quote unquote scammy lawyer like Tony Busby is.
Hmm.
So there may be some chill is right. There may be some truth to what this girl was saying. She just probably was mistaken that it wasn't Drewski, but somebody who looked like his ass, Kyle,
Right,
allegedly.
right. Stop it. I'm just
Let
saying,
me
but if she keeps insisting, it must be a reason for that, even though she's told he wasn't there. So I mean, that must be examined.
Let me see if I can Google so y'all can see who and see if y'all think he looks alike. Oh, yep, his name he goes by the real Killer K now. Um I'm going on his Instagram page. Let me put it here to share it. We can examine a few pictures together. Again, Auntie Derek's daytime tea is not saying that Kyle was the one who jumped on Ashley Parham. We're just saying that he looks like Drewski. Let me see if I go. So you see that right there? I don't know if you can see his face from the side. Right
Mm-hmm.
here, especially. Don't that nigga
Yes.
look just like Drewski?
I know you fucking lying. That's Ruski. Ain't nobody's Ruski. What the fuck?
I see. I see it, Auntie.
Mm-mm.
You don't see it, Will?
That's great value, if anything. Oh no.
If you order Drewski on Temu, that's what you'll get.
Pretty much.
No. Hey, we have a chat. Schedule an exam right now. Go on break and schedule.
Well, I wear glasses too.
Y'all
Maybe I
right though.
need
I,
to
a
go
bitch
with
need to
you.
get to the eye doctor.
I
Mm.
need to go
Okay.
too.
He looks like the AI interpretation of Drewski. That's what he looks like.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that. Well, did anybody want to add anything else about Drewski or his AI lookalike before we go to the next story?
No.
Well, this next story, so Janae Craig from Love Island, who again we don't watch the show, most of us here, but we actually watched a video of her not too long ago. We all learned that she's so stinking cute. She's so adorable. But it looks like her and Key Glock might be a thing, honey. Now, are y'all familiar with rapper Key Glock?
No.
Who?
Oh, wow. Well, one of his songs right now is actually dominating the radio. His hit song "Let's Go." So he's pretty well known.
I've heard the
And
name.
yes, honey. So I have this TMZ article. They actually caught them. I don't know if this is a video shoot or whatever. They just look so flirty and so cute with each other, and this might be a thing. I hope it is. This is cute for her. Well, cute for him too. So let's just watch this look. The video is about maybe
Why?
2 minutes and
Cute.
20 seconds long. They are so cute, and oh my god, especially her. I got a little girl crush. She's so adorable.
don't know. I want to say if it's missing it.
Oh wait. Okay, wait. Wait a minute. What's going on here? What? Come on. Wait a minute. Okay, wait. Hold on. We just got you, Janae, in LA, and you didn't talk about any of this. So you guys are just dressed like this? Wait a minute. This is an obvious date outfit. Obvious date outfit.
It's not a date. It's not a
Are
date.
you guys blushing?
No,
What
we're
is
just working. We're just working.
just working? Okay, so I don't even know where to go with this now because you guys just are
We actually
really.
have to go.
You got it. Oh my God. Okay, well, go ahead. Go ahead now.
I'm
All right. Well, congrats on the album. This is a lot, but I love it. I'm here for it.
Stay away from them rappers, girl.
So we have a comment saying he's decent looking. He is. I think yeah, okay. I agree with you, but at the same time, I think this is cute. So if it's like a
No.
little fling or
No. No, ma'am. No. Run. Run, girl. Run.
and we have comments. Oh, she is gorgeous, stunning. She's a cutie. Yes, she's adorable, honey. Did when she just talks and just flips the hair. Oh, I love it. I love it. She's so cunty. I love it.
Run, girl.
Well, does anybody want to add anything else about Janae and this rapper that she needs to run from before we go to the next story? Okay, well, y'all, our next story. Do y'all remember? I'm sure y'all have probably seen it by now, but those two food influencers who were in the restaurant doing a food review or whatever, and a SUV ran into the restaurant. Did y'all see that?
Oh yeah, that's been all on the news and everything.
Yes, honey. Well, they actually spoke to TMZ about it because people were in the comments or people were commenting saying that, oh, well, maybe they should take this off before the da 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 da, but they done already did what they need to do. And people were saying that they didn't see any visible injuries or whatever. So they were actually showing Harvey and Charles their scratches that they got from it. So let
From
me
the
get that 10
glass. Yeah, I'm sure they
from
were
the.
cut.
Hmm. They were indeed, honey. And then what TMZ also has is a slowed down video of like of the this, but let's see what they have to say about it first. So give me 1 second. And I'm sorry, this is the video, not the Janae video, but this is the one that's about 2 minutes and 20 seconds long of them talking. Give me 1 sec. Let's let that load. Okay.
I can't figure out is I'm looking at you two and I don't see a scratch. And the way that glass shat, oh,
Well,
there you go.
there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, we also saw the video of you guys in the ambulance going
Oh,
to the
wow.
hospital.
You
So
want to show me your thigh?
yeah,
I can
you
show my thigh too, but
well,
got stitches here.
Oh
Oh
my
no,
God.
oh my
Oh, so you
gosh.
really did? I didn't know you got hurt
Wow.
that way.
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you feel lucky? I'm curious because you got hurt, but you must feel incredibly lucky knowing what could have happened here.
100%. Very grateful of everything. Just being alive, just seeing the next day.
I feel like we were highly favored by the universe and our angels were there. I don't till this moment I'm still having a hard time understanding how we walked away without missing limbs or glass hitting our neck or just being decapitated in general. I don't know. I don't understand what happened. There was a lot of confusion at that moment, but we're beyond grateful to be alive and breathing, and I don't wish this on anybody.
We've spoken to police, and I'm not really clear on this. Do you know, being on the scene, what happened? Why the person who was driving that SUV ended up plowing into the restaurant?
From what I heard, the police told me when we were at the hospital that it was due to dehydration, but when it happened, I have the aftermath, which I have not released that video. There's about another 20 minutes of when the police got there, the ambulance got there. I do have that content because the camera kept running. It was on a tripod, so it just kept running. But yeah, so I have all of that. It's documented. I can hear myself in the video saying, did they do this on purpose? And then she tried to back the car up and I freaked out and I was like, don't move the car, like, because I thought she was trying to kill us. I even asked, did she do this on purpose? Was this intentional? I was scared for my life. So when she backed up the car, I was like, don't move the car. Like I got so scared because I just felt like she was gonna come back into the restaurant and like finish us off. I didn't understand what was going on.
Do you guys plan to go back to Cuvées?
Funny thing is, we did went back the next day.
You did go back?
You did go back?
I went back to finish my oxtails. I was like, there's
Oh, you
no
didn't say
way.
it was oxtails. Oh, wait a second. Now I get why
But
you
you
went
but
back.
you didn't sit by the window.
No. Oh my God. So you want to tell them what happened?
So they was asking, where you want to sit at? I was like, nah, I gotta sit in the middle. 'cause
Yeah, exactly.
And the wall. I don't want to be next to a wall or a window. I want to be in the middle.
Yeah.
Food must be good.
Baby, I hope they got a year supply of oxtail after that, honey, because what in the hell? But remember that. So their names are Patrick Blackwood and Nina Unrated. Now I'm not personally familiar with these two food bloggers, but a lot of people seem to know them. But
Hmm.
this is their the slowed down clip I was telling about. Give me 1 second, because when we saw the video, I saw was like very much sped up. And oh, is this it right here? But let
Yeah,
me see.
I've
Let me
seen
get.
it slowed.
Maybe the most insane video
Oh,
of the year.
that's not the one I wanted to show. Uh, where is it?
I
Where
think it's
is
that
it?
one right there.
I think it's
Right
this one.
there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm gonna do a big bite with you.
That food looks delicious too.
Cheers, my boy.
It does.
Mm.
glass falling on him.
Mm-hmm. It some hit him on the neck. Thank God it didn't cut him. That's crazy.
Baby, this girl back here, this is me right here, mouth wide
Wide
open, honey.
open.
What?
They were saying it's a someone from out of town that was a rental that she was driving, and that she
I'm
thought
sorry, a rental?
a rental. She thought she had her foot. She had put the car in gear and parked, but when she took her foot off the brake, the car went forward. Now
That's a that's
I
a
don't.
whole lot of
Yeah,
acceleration for
for just
just taking your foot off the brake.
right, right. So she may have stepped on the gas about to get out or
Yeah.
something accidentally. Like the car wasn't even off apparently. So she was definitely not doing things in the correct sequence.
No,
But
because just rolling, it wouldn't have gone through the window with that type of
no,
force.
no, she
Okay,
was
where are the mathematicians? Because I need somebody to measure the because I feel like just by looking at the speed of that car that's going there, that car had to at least been going like 30 mile, maybe 30 mile, 5 miles an hour or something like that. It was going at a nice speed, but it's to be able to pierce that window in that building like that. That's not no take. And then what's the y'all heard her say that police said that the woman of the driver was dehydrated.
mm-hmm.
Now, I've been dehydrated before, but I've not like this is just not making sense to me.
Her dehydration may have been due to alcohol, maybe,
Ah, yeah.
allegedly. For her to not be able to shut the car down, hitting the gas and thinking it was in park, and all of the things that they said, they thought happened. It makes no sense. And if she's a visitor, maybe she was partying, a little hard. So I don't know. I'm just glad they weren't more injured because that was a lot of glass pushed at them.
Same here. And chill, since this restaurant is in Houston, maybe you can try to go, girl, see if those oxtail is really, good, so good that you almost get killed there. You go back for them. Like
The
I just,
next day, I'm not going to sit by a window, I tell you that.
Now, if they would have given me free oxtail the next day,
Oh,
absolutely,
I
I'm
bet
going
they
back.
did. I bet they
I'm
did
going
give them,
back
free
immediately.
food because they hadn't even
And
got to eat what they purchased. Like,
they had
mm-hmm.
one bite and they was
one
already
bite.
into that one bite. They was into
Yeah,
it. Okay.
yeah. Maybe I
Go
see
ahead,
if they
favorites. Oh,
deliver.
okay. And favorite toys, you had your hand up.
No.
Okay. Well, did anybody want to add anything else before we go to the next story? Well, y'all, this next story. So Tamar, honey, what's going on with Tamar Braxton, honey?
Well, they ain't
Let me
going
get
on with her.
what she said. She almost died, honey. And I have this TMZ article, and you all should see where it says here. Well, when it comes up, Tamar Braxton woke up in a pool of my own blood. So Tamar says she very nearly died this weekend, explaining her friend found her in a pool of her own blood, and she says she doesn't know what happened. The singer songwriter posted about the harrowing experience on her Instagram stories Tuesday, admitting she struggled to write the news, but she feels the need to tell the whole wide world about what happens because people keep calling her and asking. So, this is the statement here. I struggle to write this, but everyone keeps calling me, and honestly, I can't even really talk anymore. I'm so weak. I almost died Sunday. I was found in a pool of blood from my friend with a face injury. As the days go by, uh, the worse it is. I fractured my nose, lost some teeth and mobility. The way I look at life now is totally different. As my health is on the mend, my mental journey begins. Pray for me for real. I don't even know what happened to me. Um, yeah, that's strange. So you don't remember what happened to you, and you
A
lost teeth
broken
and
nose?
a broken nose, a pool of blood, huh?
What? Did you fall on your face? Was you drunk and you fell on your face or something? That's the only thing I could think of that maybe you were blackout drunk that you don't remember that.
Yeah, that's weird. Go ahead, favorite Taurus.
I mean, did she quote unquote fall into a doorknob?
She could have if she fainted. She hit something on the way down, which broke her nose or whatever. I mean,
No, that wasn't what I was implying. Chill.
oh, okay. Yeah,
It,
this can happen. This sounds very familiar. I don't want to say
mhm.
more, but this is a very familiar story here.
I'm kind of, you know what? I don't mean to sound cynical when I say this. However, every couple of years, it is something with her. And she's on this mental journey, this spiritual journey. Something bad happens to her. Woe is Tamar. Woe is Tamar. At a certain point, we get tired about hearing the same shit. And the thing is, if she's so weak, why does her thumbs work like that? Like,
You
I
a
can,
mess.
it cannot like it's giving cry for attention. It's always gave cry for attention. This setup is getting a bit run has run a bit stale at this point, you know. However, if it did happen to her, thoughts and prayers. I'm just recognizing a pattern with this, and it's getting a little exhausting.
Well, I know someone that this exact story happened to for real, and I can't throw any shade on this because it can happen. Now,
Uh,
what outside of whatever else she's doing, because I don't keep up with her like that. Maybe she's, you know, being dramatic over other things, but this is a very plausible scenario here, and I don't
yep.
want to say more because it's private. But yeah,
Yep, I believe it too. And chill, is well, I didn't have any like broken teeth or whatever, but this has actually happened to me at my place in Brooklyn one day, and I finished using the bathroom, and I get up to wash my hands. Next thing I know, I woke up from the floor. The mirror was broken, and I had like a cut on my forehead.
and you
So
didn't
and
know what the hell happened.
I ain't know what the hell happened. I was like, what the fuck?
Well,
so So two things can be true. She's dramatic, and this could have happened to her as well.
right.
This bitch in the comments about one of those wives got you. That would never happen, baby. That would never happen. Go ahead, favorite Taurus.
It's just always something. You know,
Yeah.
that's what I come back to is always something.
Well, yeah,
And it makes it difficult. If something did happen, it makes it difficult to believe her, considering how she shows up in the public. So I was like, not saying it didn't happen, but I'm like, did it really happen? Considering this person's track record in typical behavioral patterns, I.
yeah. I
But
hear you.
at least she's getting the medical attention that she needs for these injuries.
You cry wolf too many times when it's really a wolf. People tend to be skeptical about it. So I get it.
E- exactly.
I get it.
Yep.
She always has some kind of drama. I mean, you're right.
God is working on me. Well, how much work do you need, God damn it? Because you're doing the same shit.
I'm look no shade, honey, but it's no surprise where she gets it from. I mean, cause Miss E, honey.
Oh,
So I mean, look at where she had to learn from. So,
mm.
yeah. So she just to me a lot of I personally can understand why people feel the way about Tamar that they do because she is extra. She just hasn't. She's not so extra that it gets on my nerves personally. So I definitely understand why it gets on other people's nerves.
You're the
So
only one. But okay.
I think I am the only one for real.
Nah, I personally don't. I don't feel one way about her or the other. But yeah, I just hope she's okay. You know.
This time.
Mhm.
Because those of us who watch Braxton Family Values, can we honestly say that the show would be entertaining without Tamar? Mm-mm, we can't. She was the one who brought the drama. So,
And we know who loves drama.
Mm.
me and Tamar.
Your husband like to live off you. Your husband like to cheat on the internet. I'm telling you right now, this man right here is thought out ain't different. Are you sure, Tamar? Let's fast forward a couple years.
Okay.
Did that tune change? Okay.
And then Trina said, "You worry about that tree you climbing, girl, and mind your business." Oh,
Wait, what was
That
that?
segment what show was she on when she asked if she looked like a Muppet baby?
oh, the real.
I
Real?
think I fell out my damn chair. Like, what the hell?
And
She got no
what
question.
did Trina say something about Tamar losing weight because all that climbing she does on?
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that show
Trina.
is hilarious.
Trina bring the drama for real.
Mm-hmm.
Don't play with me.
Well, did anybody want to add anything about dramatic Tamar before we go to the next story?
Mm-mm.
We hope she's okay.
Same here. Well, this next story, I'm like almost sure y'all are not gonna care about it, so we won't spend too much time on it. But one of Snoop Dogg's portraits that contain like some of his ashes from his old blunts has been sold at an art auction, and y'all will never guess for how much, child. This shit like this just pisses me off. Rich people don't have shit else to do but to waste their
Nothing.
money on bullshit.
Mm-mm.
Pisses me off. But you see where it says Snoop Dogg sells his burnt blunts for 148,000 at a sold out auction.
Get out of here.
So Snoop Dogg exactly. Snoop Dogg turned smoked out roaches and decades old mugshot into a high price collectibles at his Ashes to Art collection, ranked as his ex shit as a tongue twister. As his Ashes to Art collection raked in $148,100 before closing on Monday. The standout piece, Snoop Doggy Dogg's Genesis Burn, featuring his 1993 LAPD mugshot, scorched with marijuana ash and sealed with the roach he personally smoked, fetched for a whopping $70,000. This is it right here. Ciao.
Now,
The
where would you
artwork
put
includes
that? Where would you hang that?
you know, honey. And matter of fact, I'm not even gonna read the rest of the story because it's gonna piss me off all this money spent for this bullshit, honey. But you know, won't nobody black that bought this. And see, you know, white people can do shit like this. They have the privilege to hang up a picture of Snoop Dogg smoking marijuana or with a sealed blunt all up in their house and stuff. We don't have the luxury of doing that. That's
No.
just
Mm-mm.
this shit just pisses me off, honey.
It's crazy.
Go ahead, favorite Taurus.
This is actually extremely dangerous because he literally is selling his DNA to someone he doesn't know that could be used for nefarious purposes. I,
I hope they don't clone him, please. No.
like you got skin cells and all types of shit encased in it, and you don't know what people are going to do with it, and it's just not very smart. It's not very smart. And to Auntie's point, even though these these are the same type of people who have Nat Turner's body parts.
Oh
Mm-hmm.
I'll
God,
leave it at that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even want to think
That's
about
what it
that.
reminisces of. That kind of
Hmm.
bullshit.
Just pisses me off. If y'all want to sit there and spend $70,000 on something, honey, my tip jar is here. When you click on auntiedairy.com, and anytime you click on the store, I've added my tip jar. So please have at it. Sit there buying that bullshit. I could have drew you a picture that looked better than that. That's crazy.
Or they could just buy the LeBron James Barbie, Auntie.
Oh yes, yes. You know, and I still haven't gotten any donations from that. Fuck y'all. I could have really had. I could have had that LeBron doll in my collection, but y'all some hating ass bitches.
Look here, I don't do Snoop anymore since his last little situation. Because
Hmm.
I used to be, I was like, I was so excited that he performed at my last employer's company party and we all got to smoke with him. So that was like, what? I actually smoke with Snoop. Ah. And now I'm like, fuck him. So,
Oh, so this is because I've always wanted to ask somebody, and so now I have somebody who was, who actually had a chance to smoke with him. So I have heard that he actually smokes no less than a Sharpie sized blunt. Is this true?
I mean, I saw it. I mean, we weren't like face to face, but yeah, he
Ah,
had one. It was big.
Okay, I know that's right. And I understand that he smokes 10 of those per day.
Nah, I don't know that, but I wouldn't doubt it because
I got,
he was the DJ at the time. They paid him to come in and be the DJ of the night
I got to
as
put
the
on my hearing
entertainment.
aids to hear Miranda.
I'm
She
sorry.
back there whispering.
You know, trying. I was like, oh, let me get it off. Let me get this off.
Look, baby, she is a working girl, honey. She got to multitask.
But yeah, but I take that back because his last little situation with the Trump thingy, I don't do him no more.
Same
Yeah,
here, girl.
girl.
Well, did anybody want to add anything about this motherfucker who do anything apparently for money before we go to the next story?
Well, I mean, if they buy it, why not say, I just, like, whatever, make your money. If you find a
I wa-
fool that's going to buy it,
Maybe it's not even real. His real, leftover blunts. Because, like Will said, like, why are you giving people access to your DNA? That's weird.
Hmm. Well, I mean, well, because remember, we are. That won't surprise me because we are very much a society who quickly sends like spitting tubes and send it to what Family Tree DNA and Ancestry.com. So this don't surprise me. And then it turns out that we found out that those companies were actually using our DNA and giving it to the police. Or giving it, so yeah.
speaking of, they had a story on the news today about the new biometric scanner at TSA. You, it just looks at your face, and the gate opens and you can enter. And they were talking about how your information is safe. They're not going to sell your biometric footprint. I'm like, yeah, if you believe that, I got a bridge to sell you right on my street. Big old lake
Okay.
running right through the middle. Man, look here. People were like, oh, I love it. Uh huh. Okay.
I feel sorry for like people who have like a, I hate to say because this is gonna sound ignorant, but a quote unquote Muslim sounding name. Like if they have like a Muhammad, a brown person with a name like Muhammad, Akbar, or something like that, oh baby, they're gonna have a real hard time with those biometric scans. I know they are. Because that's just what we do here.
I just don't see how people think they believe that they're not going to sell your information. Why would you believe that? The TSA
Chill,
has total control over your
chill.
information and we're not going to sell it. Get out of here
They
with that.
chill. They believed that Donald Trump was going to lower prices and was
Yeah,
going to work for them. They believed that
yeah,
wholeheartedly.
yeah. That's how he became president. Stupid
So,
people. So,
so for them to believe that they won't, that's an easy con
hmm
right there.
Yep. Go ahead,
Unfortunately,
favorite Taurus.
To be fair, we don't even know if they even have to sell it because we don't know who owns the technology that they're even using. Might be a subsidiary of TSA. You know,
they
it,
definitely couldn't say.
there's so many layers to this, and it's it's not surprising at all.
It's not. I just the gullible people who that when they said that your information is safe and they're not gonna sell it. Oh, yeah, okay.
Easy typically comes at a price.
Mm.
Well, speaking of, today's show was sponsored by Starlink. Get your Starlink device today. Let me stop. Never. We will never. Well, well, this next story, this is another story we ain't gonna spend too much time on. I just want to pretty much give y'all an update because we talked about her and him before. But remember, Cash Doll and Zadarius Smith, honey, and we talked
Mm,
about how she was putting on her social medias that she need to be single. Well, it turns out she was just playing.
mm,
They doing just fine. They taking vacations together and all that.
mm, mm,
And
mm, mm.
and let me get the all hip hop link for y'all. And you should see where it says here, Cash Doll reunites with Zadarius Smith after breakup in romantic island getaway, honey.
Oh, this is sickening. Girl,
It really is. And you pretty much, girl, you just sent him a message that cheating is not a deal breaker for you.
it's
So,
not.
so well, Cash Doll and Zadarius Smith sparked online buzz with a tropical reunion in St. Lucia just weeks after announcing their breakup, sharing affectionate vacation posts on Tuesday, August 19th. The rapper and NFL linebacker posted photos and videos from their Caribbean getaway, showing them cozying up and enjoying island life. Cash Doll captioned her post, "St. Lucia don't owe me a damn thing, and a damn thing don't owe me St. Lucia Saint, whatever that means." So cute photos, cute.
Yeah, he
Mm.
not ready to let you go yet.
So
Oh,
ain't. Smith
just
chimed in with a poetic comment, "Baby, let's get fly and go to the new planet. We won't see nobody." I bet you do want to isolate her.
well, women out here, these influencer types and types that get attention because they're cute or whatever. They know that these men aren't monogamous with them, but buy them a Birkin bag or take them on a trip, and they're okay with that because they like that lifestyle, so they're gonna accept those trinkets in spite of whatever behavior they're seeing or getting. And when the man gets tired of them, he'll move on to the next one and do the same thing. Because, they can afford to, do that. Oh, she's mad at me. Let me get some tickets to St. Lucia. And come on.
hmm
But if she goes, well, but if she thinks that this is like something special, if she knows the game for what it is, then, go ahead, play the game, girl. But if you think that you are doing something here, securing his love or whatever, then that's when I have a problem with it. But if you playing the game just like he's playing the game, well, that's good. Y'all both playing the game.
I don't
Let
know this girl personally, but I'm gonna just go out on a limb and just say that she is just being stupid over a man. And the reason I say that is because so if you know Cash Doll's story, you pretty
I
much know.
don't.
Long story short, she's an exotic dancer who was able to stack her money, save her money, and to go from exotic dancer to rapper. And she does a lot of community work in Detroit. Like
Oh,
she's known for giving back and stuff. So she's a get money girl. She don't. I just feel like she's putting up with this because she wants to over this nigga, and I
yeah.
guess that's okay too. But hey,
If that's what she wants to do, I don't have a problem with it. Just know it for what it is. Don't look and see something that's not there. That's all.
yep.
Enjoy yourself if that's what you want to do. That's all I can say.
Go ahead, favorite Taurus.
And to Chill's point, for some of the people of her status, the men being convicted of assault against children or minors isn't even a deal breaker either. It's
Oh,
unfortunate.
oh, 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 oh,
Wake it up.
oh,
Wake it
oh. I want red hood. I almost choked on my damn coffee. Oh,
So true. Wake it up.
okay.
Beating women, children, whatever. He taking me to the Bahamas. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, this is not alleged. Convicted in the database. Still not a deal
Mhm.
breaker.
Got
Interesting.
a record.
Mm.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I could never. I wouldn't even
Well,
want him to touch me. But that's just me.
Like legit, got to have your address on the fucking internet for the world to see because of this person's actions. But that's still not a deal breaker. In fact, let me
mhm.
procreate with them. Interesting.
Let
Well,
me program and let me get my fans to harass his victim.
Hmm.
Mm-mm.
yeah. So true. As long as I get in my bag, I'm good.
Well, y'all, another update. I know y'all don't really care too much for her, but we still got to talk about her because she was in the news. Tiffany Haddish. She finally addressed the baby that she and well, they actually both addressed it. So if y'all don't know, Tiffany is actually currently co-hosting for Jimmy Kimmel on his late night show. I actually learned that when I was watching, I had a TV on ABC. And I saw, I was watching the 11 o'clock news, and I saw her. I was like, oh, wow, okay, cool. And on Monday show, she interviewed Michelle Williams, the white one, not the black one. But it was a cute interview. But so she's actually spent time during the show's monologue addressing that. She addressed the pastrami gate too. She said about that. She said if she was president, she would make sure that pastrami was served at all subways. But she did address the baby, both her and Jason Lee. And I have a People article that talks about it. And I'm just gonna play. We have comments. We don't care. Bye. Next. Y'all are hilarious.
They really
But
do. Oh.
I could know. But I'm gonna start the video at the 1 minute mark and just play it where she was talking about her and Jason Lee was talking about that baby. Let me find the clip. I believe this is it here. Yep. Let me just skip to the good part.
Tips. Yes, I see dead voters. My campaign even made the local news.
Kids may be back in school, but it's still summer vacation for late night host Jimmy Kimmel. So there was a new fill-in host stepping in this week for him, none other than Tiffany Haddish. Love her. So last night she opened the show with a big campaign announcement.
Under a Haddish presidency, every Subway sandwich shop will now carry pastrami sandwiches, damn it.
Not fun.
So much.
Subway should put a limited edition of the pastrami sandwiches and call it the Haddish.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think that would be just a limited run.
Right.
Yeah, my hair grows fast. Look. The Haddish can turn a 6-inch into a foot long real fast. You know what I'm saying, Grandma?
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about, honey.
I know you know what I'm talking about. I'll be your pastrami mommy.
That sound good.
Mhm. Now, even though it's only 2 days of my campaign, there is a personal matter I feel must be addressed. 2 weeks ago, I put something on the Instagram that made everyone go a little crazy. Now, it was a picture of me and my friend Jason Lee posing with the baby, and the caption, "Cat's out the bag." Now, for some reason, people saw this and thought I had a baby. Like there were articles about this everywhere. Even my own relatives was asking if I had a secret baby, which is kind of insulting because they all are living in my house and blocking me from getting any Now, my friend Jason Lee is here tonight to clear this up. Jason, how you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling good. I'm happy to be here.
I'm so happy that you are here. Now, what did you think of this whole baby fiasco?
I don't know. The whole world has lost their mind over this beautiful baby.
We just took a picture with a baby and then and then that went crazy. So now we got a guy baby.
We do?
Yeah, I went ahead and made it our guy baby.
Okay. Great.
You the daddy.
Oh, thank you.
Enough.
This is the first time both of us being former foster kids that we're actually selecting to choose a baby that wasn't ours. But that's why adoption is important.
Yeah, adoption is important. It is very important.
So it sounds like the room has had enough.
But she said, "Cats
No, but
back."
I was just like,
That
girl, this
was tantalizing caption.
exactly.
Girl, sit the. Oh,
Look, two stunt queens telling each other exactly, and that's all that was, child. A mess. I'm like, girl, this is so. You make it like you really make that. I told y'all I'm gonna stop defending her because she makes it so hard, honey. Like for somebody to be a fan of her, this is so corny, Tiffany. I'm sorry, boo. This is corny.
very.
Go ahead, favorite Taurus.
So I'm thinking about getting a breakfast sandwich for lunch. It's almost lunchtime. Like, what do
Oh,
y'all
that
have?
sounds good, Will.
Yeah, I'm thinking little egg, a little
Mm.
bacon on a
Yeah.
croissant. Yes,
Uh-huh.
that's
Oh,
what I'm
that
thinking.
sounds delicious.
Mm-hmm.
You should be getting some liver pudding. Try that.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
have
hate myself,
some
Auntie. I would not be
queso.
getting liver pudding at all.
I want some queso on mine. I know you don't indulge in the queso unless
Mm-mm.
you have a pizza full of it. I'm just saying, but
Yes.
um, yeah, I'm gonna have a little queso.
We have a comment. You be defending Tiffany. Let's talk lunch after executing Derek. Wow. Y'all gonna execute a bitch? Damn. Well, you better be careful because you know I like it rough. So, anyway, I was about to ask, does anybody want to add anything else? But I think I already have my answer. So we can just go on to the next story. This next story, child. I don't know. Y'all probably don't remember this because there weren't too many people who knew about this story. But do y'all remember Deandra Sanders? You know, Deion Sanders' daughter. She actually had a back and forth with that singer slash rapper Dreezy over some fucking Jacquees. Do y'all remember that? Because it happened, I want to say at least maybe 2 years ago or so. If I remember correct, it was either 2 years or 1 year ago. But I just couldn't believe what the hell was going on because I said I know these two girls ain't arguing over a nigga who got black toenails. Are you kidding me? But let me just pull up the article here. Dreezy is actually talking about it, and they still going back and forth. It was crazy. So I have this article here from Hot New Hip Hop. DeAndre Sanders shuts down Dreezy claims about Jacquees scandal. And yes, Jacquees has black toenails. If y'all haven't seen them, and I'm girl. Mm-mm. So
And
let
he's
me.
short.
And he's short. So, and this kind of just to kind of remind y'all, last year thing. Oh, so it was last year. My bad. So last year, things between DeAndre Sanders and Dreezy got messy. The latter hopped online to expose Jacquees, unveiling a series of texts he allegedly sent her. In them, he allegedly told her that he wanted to get back with her instead of staying with Sanders. Unsurprisingly, the then couple appeared to go their separate ways after this, but it wasn't long before they got back together. After sharing the big news with their supporters, Sanders also announced that she was pregnant. She's since given birth to a healthy baby boy. Now, during a recent appearance on the Jay Hill podcast, Dreezy reflected on the ordeal, making it clear that she feels as though her actions were warranted. So this is what she says here.
As far as that situation, I don't feel like that was a crash out situation. That was a situation where I was in a relationship with a guy for 6 years, and a girl was introduced to me by this guy during a birthday trip, and next thing I know, she was pregnant. I don't think that's a crash out. I think that was a real. I was reacting in real time to being lied to, and you know what I'm saying. So it just was what it was, and I still never made it about the girl because one thing about me, it's always the guy. I'm gonna hold the guy accountable, but the if you go online and you saying stuff about me, like I get paid to talk. Like I can't help. I'm gonna respond. I'm gonna defend myself. I'm not gonna let you just try to go online and the way it played out on the internet, I wish I would have. I mean, I reacted emotionally. Even though I reacted off of what the energy was given to me. I just reacted off of that. But if I would have just kept it on the facts, I wasn't wrong for feeling how I was feeling. It was a fact. Y'all was cheating behind my back, and I found out, and it is what it is. But I didn't have to. I didn't have to feed into that because I knew what was going on both parties, and like I know with me separating myself from the situation, me taking the high road, it really don't even matter what I gotta say after that. Like God got the final say so. So I just stand on principle. So I was just calling them out on principle. If y'all don't stand on morals, them the people who I expect to not like Drees. People that don't stand on moral. If you cool with your cheating on you, you was just cool, introduced with, shaking hands with, partying with on the that's you. I'm not cool with stuff like that. I stand on honesty. It's nothing about you being in a relationship with just be real about it. If you messing around or you want to be with somebody else, just come tell me I'm out of the game. But don't lie and tell me this your sister and she playing like she your friend and now y'all got me looking crazy on the internet because now I look stupid, you know? That's all that was. But now I know like that's how the game goes. Sometimes I made a poor choice. That was my choice of the guy that I was dating. So it is what it is. Like
Yeah, I'm glad you know that that was your choice because doing all that. But Deandra actually caught wind of this and she did not like this, so she was responding in them shade room comments, honey. And this is her response right here: never been introduced, never shook hands, didn't even start dating him till she was locked up in jail and he told her what it is. I'm not speaking on the situation anymore, but don't play with my character. We both know the truth. Y'all be blessed. Again, and it goes back to my original statement. All this over a nigga with black toenails. Girl.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Go ahead, favorite Taurus.
I'm thinking I want French fries as well for my breakfast sandwich. I'm
Crinkle,
some,
crinkle
some
fries.
crinkle. Yes, 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 yes. Okay.
Mm-mm. You need steak fries, honey. Steak fries is for real bitches like me.
Crinkle
Mm-mm.
fries, Heffel.
Steak fries. What the fuck?
So how y'all go? You need something to to soak up all the whatever condiment you're gonna use. Them that steak fries will hold it good.
Like ketchup.
Mango
A
smoothie.
limited amount of it. That's fine.
Mm.
Doesn't a mango smoothie sound good with that? Well,
You
Hell
know,
no, I need something solid.
I think so too. Add some celery and some bell pepper
mmm.
In a mango smoothie.
and some kale.
Oh, okay. So he just pretty much made mango collard greens.
Sounds delicious.
And it sounds like a Caribbean dish, honey, quiet as it's kept. Some mango callaloo. Hey, Jamaican Queen. Shout out to you. Well, does anybody want to add anything before we go to the next story? Well, this next story is it's a hot mess, really. So I'm sure y'all familiar with Young Dolph and
Yeah.
how his whole killing and child. So they probably so it's finally in court. You know what people have been saying all along, and we finally got on paper like how let's just go ahead and read the story. Y'all see what I'm talking about because all of this is just so freaking senseless. Like it's just stupid and senseless. But I have this Vibe article here, and you see where it says here, Young Dolph's killer details alleged murder for hire plot led by Big Jook. And if y'all don't know, Big Jook is Yo Gotti's brother, who's no longer here with us. So an admitted gunman in the murder of Memphis rap star Young Dolph has testified that Big Jook, Yo Gotti's brother, ordered the hit that ultimately led to Dolph's death. On Monday, August 18th, Cornelia Smith, one of the men charged in the murder of the beloved Memphis native, took the witness stand and offered damning testimony against Hernandez Govan, describing him as the middleman in the cold blooded murder for hire scheme. Under oath, Smith pointed directly at Govan, accusing him of helping to orchestrate the fatal ambush of the rising rap icon. According to Smith, he was first introduced to Govan in 2021 through a man named Bobby Carter, who identified Govan as a drug supplier. The relationship, he said, began over ecstasy and oxycodone, but quickly turned sinister. He was telling us who had the most money on his head. Young Dolph had the most money on his head. If you kill Young Dolph, you'll get $100,000. Smith testified, revealing that Govan allegedly dangled six figures to carry out the hit. Smith further testified that the order came from Big Jook, an executive at Cinematic Music Group and brother of Yo Gotti, Dolph's longtime rival. Smith also claimed that bounties were placed on multiple artists affiliated with Young Dolph's label, Paper Route Empire. He recalled scouting opportunities to carry out the hit, including Dolph's annual Thanksgiving giveaway. That's our opportunity to make something shake, Smith said. Though he admitted to not knowing much about the label, he had heard Dolph's music. I don't know nothing about what Paper Route do. Smith described how co-conspirator Justin Johnson, also known as Straight Dropped, received a tip off about Dolph's whereabouts on the day of the murder. The men began trailing the rapper. Anything could shake right now. We're going to get somebody. Tomorrow is our day. We're going to strike somebody. We're going to get lucky tomorrow, Smith recounted, saying during planning. They come driving across the light. We spotted the car. We were like, there they go. We proceed the trail, young Dolph, he testified. Once we saw him, we didn't say nothing. We knew it was go time. Once we pulled in, that's when I saw young Dolph closest to the glass. He added, describing the moment he began shooting, or describing the moment the shooting began. During the ambush, Smith was struck in the arm and leg. Once we left the cookie shop, I was telling Justin I was hit. He was like, I was hit too. Smith said Justin was driving at the time. I was asking him because he was driving so he wouldn't crash. They fled the scene and returned to a house near Govan's residence. I jumped out the Mercedes Benz, jumped into a suburban truck, and moved out the way, he said. I was bleeding incredibly bad, and we were trying to get cleaned up. And we were trying to find somewhere to go. And that's Big Jook right there. So in the meantime, he FaceTimed Big Jook. Jook, told us he would get with us when he was done with his kids, Smith said, adding, I would have had to have gone through Mr. Hernandez, Govan, or Justin Johnson to get my money. Big Jook, born Anthony Mims, was murdered in Memphis in January of 2024, but was suspected of being involved in Young Dolph's death prior to his own passing. Justin Johnson has already been convicted of murder, conspiracy, and weapons charges, receiving a life sentence plus 50 years. The trial continues as the court weighs the full extent of involvement from all alleged participants in one of hip hop's most tragic losses. And they were also saying, I read in another article that Young Dolph's sister got on the stand and testified as well. I imagine she would probably testify on like the trauma that caused her, because I'm sure she was out there during that Thanksgiving event when he was killed. So
How did Big Juke die?
I believe it was he was killed by, if I remember correctly, but don't quote me on this. But it had something to do with Young Dolph. It was retaliation.
Retaliation. Okay.
Mhm. Just
Hmm.
stupid and senseless. Yeah, yeah.
I don't understand why people think that they're going to get away with that. Like, you really think you're just gonna get $100,000 and just walk away in the sunset? Like, I don't know how you think that's gonna happen, but okay.
What Young Nudie say? Woo wee! Look at what that money make a bitch do. Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Make them stupid.
Well, did anybody want to add anything else before we go to our next story? So I actually have three more stories left. Now, this next story, we have a comment. Have you talked about Sean Kingston? Girl, yes, we talked about him like crazy. And if you don't remember, for those who don't remember, Sean Kingston was sentenced 3.5 years in jail. His mom was sentenced 5 years in jail. So we talked here on the show that that kind of leads us to believe that she was the mastermind behind this. And get this, Jamaican queen, they might be deporting her back to Jamaica. The last thing that we read about Miss Janice Turner. So it said Sean Kingston sitting upon the jail. Y'all, this next story, honey, is something else. Honey. So how about Apollonia? Y'all know, I know our Gen Xers up in here know who Apollonia is, honey.
Mm-hmm.
Apollonia is suing Prince Estate, honey. So I have this link right here from Bloomberg's Law that talks about it. Let me get that link for y'all. And you should see where it says here, Prince's 1980s Purple Rain co-star sues over trademark right. So that's Apollonia right here. So actress and singer Patty Apollonia Cotero, sorry, give me one second. Patty Apollonia Cotero, Prince's co-star in his 1984 film Purple Rain, filed a lawsuit against his estate seeking a court order declaring her ownership of the name Apollonia. The estate has embarked on an aggressive campaign to cancel her trademark registrations and steal her name, and will not stop in its efforts to acquire all things related to Prince, even though it has no legal right to do so, according to the complaint docketed Tuesday in the U.S. District Court for the Central District of California. The complaint says that Cortero has gone by Apollonia for more than 40 years without issue and used the mark to promote her music, sell merchandise, and advertise her podcast. The estate didn't immediately respond to requests for comment. Cortero's success in Purple Rain launched her own career as she became an instant fan favorite, known for her big hair, sultry style, and musical talent. According to
Tell.
the complaint, oh, look, whatever helps her sleep at night, okay? Well, a few years later, Apollonia released her first self-titled album, Apollonia, with Warner Brothers. Cotero received trademark registrations for Apollonia 6 and Apollonia for entertainment goods in 2017 and 2018, the complaint said. Prince's estate, Paisley Park Enterprises LLC, in 2018 allegedly applied for trademark registration for Apollonia 6 for musical goods, but the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office refused registration due to a likelihood of confusion with Cortero's marks. Since the rejection, Cortero claims Prince's estate has filed petitions to cancel her trademarks on the basis that she's not the rightful owner. The cancellation proceedings remain pending, according to the complaint. Cortero contends Prince himself consented to her use of the name, noting that she co-wrote the Bangles hit "Manic Monday" with him and provided vocals on his song "Take Me With You." The estate has told the PTO Cortero waived all her rights to the name in agreements executed in 1983 and 1984, according to the complaint. Even assuming the agreements are valid, Cortero argues they are irrelevant because the statute of limitations expired decades ago and the estate forfeited its rights by not enforcing them. Cortero also seeks a court order canceling the estate's pending Apollonia applications and barring the estate from challenging her trademark registrations. And the case is, it says, I'm sorry, Sislo and Thomas LLP represent Cortero, and the case is Cortero versus Paisley Park Entertainment LLC. And this is the case number. So, child, messy, messy. Go ahead, favorite Taurus.
I'm not even trying to be funny when I say this, but I thought Apollonia went to glory.
No, that was vanity. Oh my God.
Oh,
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Oh my God, I didn't know Vanity died. When did that happen?
Girl,
it
that
was
was years
about,
ago.
yeah. I was like, wait a minute. It was wonderful. They look so similar. You know, Prince had a type. Bless his
Oh,
heart.
wake it up.
So I was like, wait, I thought she. Well, I'm glad that
Racially
she's still
ambiguous
alive and
women.
thriving. We love Apollonia. Good for
Why
her.
did Vanity die? Let me see.
I think it was some health related Miranda. I forgot. Well, I really hope that she's able to get the trademark that's owed to her because as we've witnessed, either through research or the stories that we've spoken about throughout the duration of the many shows that have gone on, like we see how predatorial those contracts were, and once they have expired, no one's enforcing them. So I'm really hope she's able to get the bag.
Same here.
Oh, kidney failure.
I was kidding and
2016, a while
failure.
ago.
Yep,
I
that was
don't
a while
remember
ago, honey.
that.
We was shocked.
I was in the throes of still being a mother, being new to being a mother. So I don't know. I was checked out. And
Yeah.
it popped the news. Oh, yeah, they do. And he does have a type, racially ambiguous. He sure did.
Hmm. I think everybody except for Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams was the only one who wasn't like, because he lived for some Wendy Williams. So, but that was like one of the only girls that was a part of his team that wasn't quote unquote racially ambiguous. Go ahead, favorite Taurus.
Do you know who else lives for Wendy Williams?
Well, me.
It,
Who else?
a certain demographic lives for Wendy Williams. That's all I have to say.
Oh! I just got what you said. Oh,
Hmm.
ooh, the self-loather. Mm-mm.
With his booty out, grind, having a man grind on his backside on the stage at the MTV Awards in the early '90s. But that's neither here nor there.
Mm-mm. And got a nerve to be homophobic, especially towards lesbians. Oh, he got a nerve. Well, hey. Well, does anybody want to add anything about Prince, Apollonia, or Vanity, who's no longer with us, for those who did not know? Well, our
I know
next
y'all ain't
story.
trying to drag me low key. Hey,
No, never. Because look, I feel like if you didn't know her, a lot of people maybe didn't know as well. Because
No, that
we
was me.
read the stuff.
Yeah, that was me, Miranda, because I got Apollonia mixed up with Vanity, and I thought the Apollonia had passed on, but Vanity was the one that passed on.
and you broke that up because I sure didn't know neither one of them. Okay, so, okay, thank you.
And we have a comment. So Sean Kingston did not get probation. No, girl, jail. 3.5 years, jail, prison. 3 meals a day, honey. He got to wake up at 6 a.m. for the next 3.5 years. Well, this next story, and shout out to Chill for bringing this to my attention because I just thought it was crazy. But my girl, Audra McDonald, and I love me some Audra Equality Mac, by the way, live for her. But honey, she had a scary event with a fan, honey. Y'all remember how Miles did Diamond in the Players Club? That was pretty much what this crazy motherfucker did to her. So I have this article from Vibe, and y'all should see here where it says Audra McDonald reveals fan followed her home after final Gypsy show. So Broadway legend, and they're not using that word loosely, honey. They mean what they say. Broadway legend Audra McDonald recently issued a PSA to fans after being followed home by an entitled stranger. On Sunday, August 17th, the actress recounted the terrifying event in an Instagram video captioned, Some Thoughts on Boundaries. Following her final performance as Mama Rose in Gypsy, McDonald shared, Last night, someone, I don't even know if they did the stage door or not, but they snuck around and found me the way I had exited from the theater. She explained that the fan followed her to where she was staying, came into the building, and was uncomfortably close. She was able to get help from security, but the fan responded, "Well, hey, I've come all the way." She recalled. They named some town, some city where they've come all the way from. They wanted an autograph and felt that they deserved an autograph. McDonald admits that she doesn't always hang around post show to preserve her vocal health. Whatever energy I have, and whatever energy I have, and to get home to her young daughter. For other actors, she cited anxiety, health concerns, exhaustion, and more as one of the reasons why they may not greet fans after a show. However, the 55-year-old acknowledged that this restricted access is a boundary that needs to be respected. This is crossing a big old boundary, she emphasized. I just want to call that out. That's a big no no. That's now messing with my safety. It's not right. And as a message to other fans, she urged when you see an actor leave the stage door, if they don't stop, leave them alone. There's a reason that they're not stopping, and it has nothing to do with you. It's them protecting their space and peace, whatever that may be. After her final performance, McDonald shared, saying goodbye to Rose, to my incredibly gypsy Broadway family. I couldn't have wished for a more brilliant, fierce, joyous, kind, and loving group of souls with which to travel this road. I don't even have the words to express how much I love them all. My head is full of gorgeous memories, my body is tired, and my heart is full of nothing but gratitude and love. So yeah, she right. Oh, honey, and I bet you it probably sound just like Players Club too. When Myron came up there, he was like, the fan was like, "Hey, can I get an autograph?" She said, "Hell no, don't you ever come to my house again. I'm gonna call the police on you." Should have whooped his fucking ass or sprayed
Yeah,
his ass with mace or something.
no, it's not okay because some of our legend, like favorite early early '90s, late '80s actresses um, were murdered that way,
Yep.
and that is yeah, that's a that's a problem. You can't, don't do that. And you know that has to be mental health because first of all, why'd you drive that far? Why'd you come? And then feel like you're entitled. Something's wrong with you.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Go ahead, favorite Taurus.
This is something I've heard about for years. Like fans have been essentially chastising Audra because she doesn't participate in the quote unquote Broadway rituals of seeing the fans after the show. And it's painted as a certain narrative about her because she chooses not to participate. Like, oh, how dare she? And she, who does she think she is? And da 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 da. It's very telling, you know, and it usually comes from a certain demographic of people based upon from my observation. It's like, oh, how dare she not give additional to us fans? 'Cause that's what everyone else is does. Like, well, there's a such thing as autonomy and agency as well. These people, they dedicate their lives to a craft, but they also have a life outside of that craft as well, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it often gets lost, and we see it now a lot, especially since people of her status across industries are further encouraged to use social media in a way that is really intrusive on their personal lives as well. So it further feeds into that need of entitlement to have access to them at any given moment whenever the fans see fit, which is very harmful.
Very. I hate that.
Mhm.
That it's viewed negatively that she doesn't participate in that. That's not owed to anyone. You pay to see the show, not to chit chat and get autographs and have a glass of champagne. With if they want to do that, that's different. But if that's something they're sort of being encouraged to do, for what reason? I don't, People don't have to have access to you like that. And this person obviously felt so entitled to that access, he followed her home. It could
Mhm.
have ended very differently because people out here is crazy. If he wanted to harm her, he had the perfect opportunity to do so. Because he just felt that entitled. I mean, that's nuts.
And
Yeah.
a lot of these fans are attempting to have that full Broadway experience that includes that after show part, not understanding that it's a it's a privilege, not a right, and that's not what it says on your ticket.
Right.
Well, I will say, honey, they can the white people can talk shit about her all they want to. Y'all can never, and when I say literally never, make me hate Audrey Equality Mac, honey. She is that girl, and I will die on that hill.
And she gives you your money's worth. And if you're upset that you don't get anything else, that's on you. Because her performance is definitely worthy of whatever you paid to see her. And if you don't see anything else after that, well, that's so be it. She doesn't have to stick around and talk to you people. She has a child she wants to go home to.
Hmm. She probably want to get home to see Beyond the Gates.
Absolutely. I was going to say, like, isn't she the most decorated artist in Tony history?
Yeah, she is, and her this role right here, Gypsy. I understand this is the first time it was played by a black woman ever. That role.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense because I was seeing a lot of feedback online as well. Like, oh, she's so emotional. Oh God, it's just too much. Like, not
Uh-huh.
understanding the breadth of what human emotion actually goes that the breadth of human emotion in general, and she brought a different dimension to the character, which people miss considering her experience as a black woman, which went over a lot of people's head, and it was kind of seen as a negative. So now that you say that, Auntie, I didn't have that context. It makes a lot more sense as to why they had that those sentiments. Because I'm thinking, what's the issue here? But now I know. So the more
Hmm.
you
Screwing
know.
people. Screw
Just like the same them Chicago fans, that the musical Chicago, when both Michelle Williams, I'm talking about the black one now, the black Michelle from Destiny's Child, when she was, because if I remember correctly, I think Michelle, don't quote me though, but I think Michelle might have been the first black Roxy Hart, and I know they gave her a really hard time.
them.
She was the second.
She was the second, okay, thank you. And then when Brandy did it, they gave Brandy a hard time. So yeah, they just don't like Broadway, honey. As much as they try to say they are very progressive, whatever, a lot of the fans do not like to see when black people come into historically white roles. They make a big fuss out of it. Well, shit, that's not just Broadway. That's just across the industry. So.
The world, child.
Hmm.
Well, they
And it's like,
can.
she's adding runs to the songs. Oh God, why is she singing it like that? Ew. Oh, it's not Chicago. Oh God. Like, please
Hmm.
let these people express the art in the best way they know how from their perspective and their lens. And quiet as it's kept, their performances were essentially some of the best of the entire history of Chicago, and there's no disputing that.
Yep.
That doesn't matter when it comes to the skin color.
Because why is she seeing those runs like that? Oh God, oh yuck! It's not Chicago. Oh God. Oh no! In the words of our lovely host here. Oh no! Oh
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well, did y'all have anything else you want to add now before we go to our last story?
I think the theater patrons tend to skew towards being very snooty And
Absolutely.
and this is why they don't like anything that's different from what they're used to seeing. They want everything bland, vanilla to stay the same. They don't care who plays the part. You know, you don't put your spin on it at all. It's very bubble like atmosphere is what's going on here. And I just think that's really terrible for the artists who have to feel like they can't spread their wings in a role and give their own interpretation of it.
Yep. So I see two hands. So favorite
All
tours. I
right.
think you had your hand up first.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say too. I think it extends further into like the folks who hide who hold some type of position in theater as well. Because
Hmm.
as you've seen how Patty Capone showed her entire white flabby ass
She did.
about Audra McDonald, and she was essentially kind of coddled, and people were protecting her even though she was wrong as her vocals and Two Left Shoes. Like it's yeah, like they want so bad to gatekeep. It reminds me so much of corporate America. They want so badly to gatekeep these areas that they themselves aren't performing well in, and so they refuse. They don't want to be shown up in that light because it's supposedly made for them. You know.
Right. I get it.
Yep. Go ahead, gorgeous.
I totally agree with what Will just said. And also, I just saw a video recently, um, and it was a white man talking about how white people want to be in control of everything. And that's why they're always so verklempt about something about black or brown people because they want to be able to control their happiness, their everything. And I was like, I was like, yeah, I mean, that is true. That's why they're so mad when we're happy. That's why they're so mad when we flourish because when we do it, it's without them
Or in spite
and
of
they
them.
can't control that.
Yeah.
And I just want to say, even though I was supposed to not be talking, I think I talked more than I usually I've been finding a way to talk anyway.
I love it. And shout out to everybody listening from work or at work listening. Y'all, I'm telling there will be no show without y'all listening or being here participate. So I appreciate y'all more than you can imagine. So go ahead, favorite Taurus.
Well, we're only here because we love you, Auntie. We
Oh.
want to kiki with you. That's the only reason some of us are even here is because of you.
I
No, I
love
want to
y'all
kiki
more.
with I want to kiki with all of y'all all the time. I'm just telling y'all, y'all are my peoples.
Well, not all, but some.
And we have a comment.
Will,
This hating ass bitch Hammy in the chat talking about this hating ass bitch in the chat talking about some love is a strong word. Girl, fuck you.
Tammy loves you too.
I love him also. That's one of my favorite Libras. Well, y'all, this last story, oh my god. Guys, I have to report some bad news. Oh
Do
my
you know
god.
who my dad is?
Do you know who my dad is? Well, do you guys know who the Christian fall influencer is? Like who goes by the name of
Who?
Caitlyn? Oh,
huh?
y'all know her because y'all have seen her photos, honey. That's like when you look at her photos, honey, baby, she embodies fall.
Mm-mm.
Show her
Well,
picture.
we about to talk about her, honey. So I have this article from People, and our girl, she is taking a break for this year's fall photo shoot. So y'all see where it says here, Christian girl Autumn influencer breaks down in tears as she reveals she will not make fall content this year. So her right here, I know y'all have seen this picture.
Huh.
And let me show some other photos that she's taken. This famous one. Then she got a couple of other ones where she just put on her like not that one. This one
Oh, I
here. I
think
know y'all have
I've
seen this
seen
photo.
that
Her
one.
holding.
Yeah, I've
Mm-hmm.
seen that one.
Oh, Southern white girl, like college girl. Oh yeah, I know that aesthetic. Yes, 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 yes. Sorority,
Yes, and
my mocha.
she she's the one. Caitlin Covington. She's the one who invented it. She's the one whose photo shoots go viral every year. But she said that she actually stopped this year because she kind of felt the pressure and she
The pressure.
So let's just hear her talk about it.
Guys, this is my fourth time recording, and I just I'm not gonna be able to post fall videos this year. It's just a lot of pressure, and um, it's just a lot of pressure to like make each video better than the last, to like make each fall trip better. Um, and I just really need a break this year, and I'm really sorry.
Oh my God, she needs a break this year. She's really sorry.
Why is she crying about
Child,
it?
hun, that ain't nothing but good. Well, one, because she's a white woman. You know, white women love to pull out them tears, honey, whenever they can. But what I actually found this to be pretty interesting. Like, I think the girl is depressed, and she didn't want to say that.
Um,
Cause like just like why are you crying, girl? Okay, we can understand feeling the pressure of having a photo shoot or maybe not, being able to top what you did the last time. That's one thing. But to sit and cry over and say, "Oh, this is the fourth time I recorded this video." I mean, God, and just started like, what? Oh, okay. They say, why is Gaza in the news? This should be on all news stations. Um, it's so
this is ridiculous.
go ahead, favorite Taurus.
Okay, so we know the aesthetic for fall this year is going to be the oversized sweatshirt and some leggings and then brown tresses. That's gonna be the
Holding
vibe.
your grande cup of coffee.
Yeah, and talk to my Zad. You know what my Zad is?
But yeah, honey. But and then I think the Christian girl autumn, like that. I think the Christian is a big part that we need to pay attention to because a lot of times the church kind of encourage people to not seek help with mental health issues, or they try to sway people away from taking medicine for mental health. But I think that's what that is. I think the girl is depressed or going through like a mental health struggle, but she really can't say that out loud because of her following. That's just my guess. But who am I? I'm not a psychiatrist. I can't make that diagnosis, but this is just what I'm from what it looks like. That's what it. I'm almost sure that's what it is.
I don't think it needs to. You don't even need that qualifier onto because I'm pretty sure she has a publicist and strategist and people who pay attention to those things are who are also telling her not to you blow that dog whistle, if you will. So, yeah, it's definitely some truth to it for sure.
Yes, indeed. Well, y'all, that was all the tea that I have for us today. So before we head out and before I go watch the rest of my stories, did any of you have any tea that you want to share? Any tea I might have missed? All right, y'all. Well, it is always a pleasure. Thank you for taking time out of your busy day to come and sip tea with me. We will be back tomorrow at 12:30 Eastern Standard Time if you can make the live show. Until then, I hope you all have a fabulous rest of your day. Oh, and hit up our email, auntie@auntiederek.com.
Bye, everybody.